And waiting on the Lord is not a concept which is unique to Noah. Rather, it is something that the Bible speaks of dozens and dozens and dozens of times and in many contexts. There are examples of people who do wait on the Lord, and there are examples of people who don't wait on the Lord. And each one of us here knows already where the reward lies. The Psalms, in particular, bring up the subject of waiting on the Lord again and again by people who are in distress or people who are undergoing trials or people who are hemmed in from all sides by enemies. But you will always find the end of the waiting to be in the safe and in the secure and beautiful hands of the Lord. In the 27th Psalm, David says that there is no other place like being in the hands of the Lord. He says here, I would have lost heart unless I had believed that I would see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait on the Lord. Be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. And Jeremiah the prophet doesn't just wait on the Lord, expecting him to be some type of cosmic candy giver, which is going to make everything all right in the end. Instead, he hearkens back to the Lord being the creator and the sustainer. It is this loving God who created all things that Jeremiah calls out to. He says, are there any among the idols of the nations that can cause rain? Or can the heavens give showers? Are you not he, O Lord our God? Therefore we will wait for you, since you have made all of these. And then we have the New Testament. And in the New Testament, there is this calm assurance of the coming of Jesus Christ to set all things right someday. And in the book of James, there is what I believe one of the few truly prophetic verses outside of the Gospels in the book of Revelation, in the book of James. It says here in James 5, 7 through 8, therefore be patient, brethren, until the coming of the Lord. See how the farmer waits for the precious fruit of the earth, waiting patiently for it until it receives the early and the latter rain. You also be patient. Establish your hearts, for the coming of the Lord is at hand. James asks us to be patient and to wait on the coming of the Lord. And then he cites the farmer who is waiting patiently for the early and the latter rains. Well, if you think about it from the context of Israel, they lacked in that land the early and the latter rains for the past 2,000 years. Because in AD 70, when the Romans came into the land and they destroyed it and they exiled all of the people, they cut down all of the trees in the land in order to build siege works against the cities that they were destroying. And because of this, it changed the seasonal climate so that the rain cycle stopped in Israel. But since the return of Israel to the land of Israel, they have planted millions and millions and millions of trees. And they have brought back both the early and the latter rains, which had been missing for the past 2,000 years. And James says, when you see this occur, it is the time to establish our hearts because the coming of the Lord is at hand. Noah